Hello everyone, I'm the Peaky Miner and welcome to another episode in my Let's Play series. In the last episode I completed the iron farm so we can update the task for it. So that's another thing off the to-do list. Now I've been thinking a lot about what I'd like to do next. And I think that basically I want to get some good tools before I go gathering out lots of resources for some of the bigger builds that I want to do, like my main base. So in that case, I think I need to get a very good enchanting setup so I can get some good enchantments on my tools. Now I'd have enough leather and sugarcane to make books, so I could make an enchanting table. I'm not really a big fan of enchanting tables because it's a very random affair. What I'd really like to do is to be able to trade with villagers and get exactly the enchantments that I want. But in order to trade with villagers, you need an awful lot of emeralds. So I'm going to need to set up an automatic sugarcane farm so that I can trade with clerics, but also an auto crop farm so I can get lots of emeralds as well on a very regular basis. Now the thing is, I like to use minecarts with hoppers for the collection system for a lot of these things, and in order to do that I need powered rails. Now my gold supply isn't very good at the moment. I could try and build a gold farm, but unless I've got very good resources for that, it's never a very efficient gold farm and it takes you ages to get lots of gold at all. So what I'm thinking at the moment is that I might take a trip to the Badlands and do some mining there, because in the Badlands gold is very abundant. Now the trouble with that is that the nearest Badlands is about 3,000 blocks away. So what I think I'll try to do today is to get up onto the roof of the Nether so that I can make travelling a lot easier. That's because for every block that you travel in the Nether, you travel 8 blocks in the overworld. And if you get up onto the roof of the Nether, then it's just a flat area and it's very easy to move long distances fairly quickly. So that's our project for today. Now before I do that, the problem is the roof of the Nether is y equals 127, and my current Nether portal puts me very low into the Nether, so that when I create a portal to get back from the Nether, I'm likely to generate a portal somewhere that might be lots of blocks away from the base here. So what I want to do is set up a Nether portal that's very close to this base but isn't low down in the world, so that hopefully I'll be able to connect up portals and find my way home fairly easily without being hundreds of blocks away. Okay, so let's grab some equipment and I'll get some armour on. Right, in this chest I've got some stuff that I want to take. I want to take a bed to leave in the Badlands. I'm going to take some chests. I'm going to take ender pearls because that's how we're going to get onto the roof of the Nether. And I always like taking flints and steel because then you can leave one by your Nether portal. And just some building blocks. And I'm going to take some white wool, and you'll see why when we get onto the roof of the Nether. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's go. I'm going to put the Nether portal just up here on top of the hill over the base. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Now I'm not going to go through there because it may not link up with where I want to go to. So it's off to the mine. Right, so here we are, off into the Nether. What I've already done here is I've created a pillar with a ladder that's going to take us right up to close to the roof of the Nether. Right, as you can see, the roof of the Nether is made of bedrock. What you need to do is find a block that is at y equals 127. If I turn on my F3 function, you can see that the targeted blocks up here are y equals 127. So the next thing I need to do is put ladders so I can get really close up to the y equals 127. I'm going to take an ender pearl, climb up the ladder as far as I can go, and right at the top of the ladder, just above the top rung, I'm going to throw the ender pearl, and that should take us through the roof of the Nether. There we go. And we're now on the roof of the Nether. Okay, so here we are, perfectly flat everywhere with bedrock. The first thing I want to do is to mark the block that we came through. I took the coordinates of the block, and it was basically 37.5. Okay, so that's the block that we came through. So I'm going to mark that block. So now if I ever want to get back through the bedrock and make a hole in the bedrock, then I know that just there, the bedrock is just one block deep. Now what I'll do next is build a nether portal so I can get back to the overworld fairly close to the base. Hopefully, I'm going to build it somewhere close to where the nether portal is that we just built on top of the hill. So looking at the coordinates, I would say somewhere around here. And I'm going to leave a chest with a flint and steel. If I light the portal and then put the flint and steel into the chest. Okay, so let's see if we get back home. Oh, okay then. So we haven't quite got back to my base, but it's not far off, so actually it's not a disaster at all. This only takes a few seconds to get back to my base from here. And that means now that I would have access to the roof of the Nether and also access to inside the Nether. So yeah, actually that's not too bad. Right, okay, I can take that. Okay, so now I need to find the area where the Badlands is going to be. This is where the white wool comes in. What I will do is put a white wool marker down and put a torch on top of it, and then that will help me to find my way in between the various biomes. If my calculations are correct, the coordinates I want are x136 and z197. Okay, so I'm at the coordinates that I think I want to be at. Well, let's see if this works out, and I'm in the Badlands. Okay. Yep, there we go. So what I'm looking for really is the entrance to a cave or a mine, and I think there's a mine entrance over here. Just got to get up to it. Right, and I can see some gold already, I think. And I'm going to take cobwebs as well. If you break cobwebs with a sword, then it gives you string. And I'll take the rails. So that's my first gold. Not too bad a start. Thing is, it doesn't look like much of a mine. It doesn't look as if it's going to go anywhere. That's handy, having a name tag, and at least there's some powered rail in there, although not a lot else. Yeah, this mine isn't really going to go anywhere. Well, I looked around for quite a long time, didn't really find any cave entrances or other mine entrances. So what I've decided to do is just create a branch mine. Luckily you don't have to go too deep in the Badlands because gold is quite abundant, quite high up. What I'm hoping is that I'll either just come across gold, or more hopefully that I'll find some caves where the gold's already exposed. Well, I finally managed to find a cave system, so hopefully I'll have some better luck in here. Well, I've found a fair amount of gold now, so I'm going to make my way back to the base. Well, I've made it back home, and it was quite a successful trip in the end once I started the branch mining and I found the caves. I'll show you what I've got. found some powered rail and got a name tag. I've got a few bits of terracotta, quite a few stacks of coal, and I've managed to get nearly a stack and a half of gold. So at least that will enable me to make a good start on some powered rails. So all in all, not too bad at all. And I think that's where I'll end this episode today. So please think about subscribing to my channel. Leave a like on the video and perhaps drop a comment down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode by order of the Peaky Miner.